Hi there guys, how are you? Now in this video we'll analyze this poem Strange Meeting by Wilfred Owen. ठीक है? Now if you are a student of Delhi University semester 5 then this video will be particularly useful. ठीक है? Whether you are in School of Open Learning, IGNOU or any other university where this poem is prescribed. Now in particular इस पेपर का हिस्सा है ये, इस पेपर में है ये British Literature the early 20th century. ठीक है? पेपर नंबर 12. Now we all know that Wilfred Owen is a anti-war poet. ठीक है? He writes against war. Now before I begin the analysis, if you want the PDF of this poem, this analysis, just WhatsApp us on this number that is flashing, and definitely if you like the video then subscribe and press the bell icon. Now before I analyze, अगर आप मुझसे जुड़ना चाहते हैं Telegram पे then you can follow me on this link, Harsh Singh Sir Official. ठीक है? This is the link on Telegram. And let me give you a brief about myself. I've done my masters from Delhi University, Hansraj College, and I've also written UPSC CSE mains with English Literature optional. ठीक है? And the rest you can read here. Now one small announcement, if you are preparing for MA English entrance for next year 2025 के लिए, then we are starting a new batch from the 21st of October. ठीक है? So whether you are preparing for CUET PG English or any other university's entrance exam for MA English, then just call or WhatsApp us on this number 7678160296. And similarly also for Jamia's PG English entrance, we are starting a new batch from the 21st of October. And if you are preparing for UGC NET English, then also for this, we are starting a new batch on the 21st of October. Now, let's go through the analysis. Strange Meeting, first of all, is one of the Wilfred Owen's most haunting and complex war poems, okay, during the First World War. Now, we all know that Wilfred Owen was a soldier also who was killed, okay, and he is particularly critical of the trench warfare that was there during the First World War, okay, and this poem was published posthumously in 1919. मतलब इनके मरने के बाद ये पोएम पब्लिश हुई थी, ठीक है, because he was killed in the First World War. ठीक है. Now this poem depicts a soldier descending into dark underworld after escaping battle, ठीक है, where he encounters the enemy soldier he has killed. मतलब एक तरीके से उनकी आत्मा से जिनको इन्होंने मार दिया था उनसे इनकी बातचीत होती है, ठीक है. सो एज अ ब्रीफ समरी क्या है ये पोएम? इन दिस पोएम अ सोल्जर एस्केपिंग द हॉरर्स ऑफ बैटल फाइंड्स हिमसेल्फ इन अ डार्क अंडरवर्ल्ड, ठीक है. There he encounters the enemy soldier he killed. ठीक है. He engages in a conversation revealing their shared humanity and the futility of war. ठीक है. Now we all know that war ultimately leads to destruction. So when this soldier meets let's say the soul of that killed soldier, they discuss the futility of war, the uselessness of war, and their shared humanity, that after the war has ended or before the war they were just human beings. So the dead soldier laments the lost potential and the truth untold, so highlighting the tragic waste of life and the possibility of understanding that war destroys. ठीक है. Now you can relate this experience to the ongoing conflicts and wars that are going on in the world. ठीक है. काफी सारे conflicts हो रहे हैं दुनिया में अभी. Now the poem poignantly captures the physical and psychological devastation of war, ठीक है, and challenges the idea of enemy, emphasizing the common ground between soldiers on opposing sides. Now, common ground ये है that before any order is given that you have to start war or you have to declare war, तब तक तो सब लोग दोस्ती होते हैं, ठीक है, but after the war has been declared, they start to fight, ठीक है. So, a short analysis, let's discuss that, ठीक है. Now, the poem takes place in some profound dull tunnel, ठीक है. Now, जब भी आप आंसर लिखना तो poem से कुछ phrases आप हमेशा कोट करना, ठीक है. A hellish subterranean space that mirrors the trenches and the psychological depths of war trauma. Now, as I told you that during the First World War, there used to be trench warfare. मतलब ये क्या करते थे, क्या बॉर्डर के पास में ये गड्ढे खोद लेते थे और वहीं से गोलियां मारते थे. But trench warfare was very very brutal also, very horrible also. ठीक है. Now, the imagery is a nightmarish and hallucinatory. So whenever you talk about this poem, always talk about the imagery that has been used by Wilfred Owen. Okay? Now the imagery reflects the disorientation and psychological fragmentation of the speaker. Now the speaker or the soldier, right? The soldier that is still alive is somewhat shell-shocked. Shell-shocked एक word होता है, which happens when somebody undergoes the experiences of war, fighting battles, wars. ठीक है? The speaker recognizes the enemy as someone he has killed in battle. The two soldiers engage in a conversation. Now इसीलिए जो टाइटल है इस पोएम का वो है Strange Meeting. So after one has killed the enemy soldier, one has a conversation with that dead soul. ठीक है, that is why that conversation or meeting is strange. ठीक है, so engage in conversation that reveals their shared humanity and futility of war. The dead soldier laments the undone years. ठीक है, and the truth untold, the pity of war, suggesting that he had a message of peace and understanding that he could not deliver because of the war. Now that soldier is no longer alive, he cannot even deliver the message. ठीक है, the truth untold. उसके बाद देखो, Owen vividly conveys the physical and psychological devastation of war, emphasizing its dehumanizing effects. ठीक है, dehumanizing effects. Now always use these good words in your answers. The poem challenges the idea of enemy by highlighting the common ground between soldiers on opposing sides. Both are victims of war, robbed of their futures and potentials. Now we all know that just because there is a border, it doesn't mean that two people on different sides of the border don't automatically become enemies. ठीक है, जब तक कि लड़ाई का ऑर्डर नहीं मिलता तब तक दोनों दोस्त ही होते हैं, दोनों एक दूसरे से हो सकता है कि हाथ भी मिलाते हों. ठीक है, so both in that sense both of them are victims of war and they have been robbed of their futures and potential. ठीक है, the poem underscores the senselessness of conflict. ठीक है, because ultimately most conflicts, if not all conflicts, are senseless and the tragic waste of human life. ठीक है, so even in death, the soldiers find a connection and a shared understanding, suggesting the possibility of empathy and reconciliation. So Strange Meeting is a powerful anti-war poem, ठीक है, that challenges readers to confront the human cost of conflict. Its haunting imagery and profound message continue to resonate today, making it a timeless testament to the enduring tragedy of war. ठीक है, so basically you can relate the poem to many of the things that are happening even nowadays in the world. If you read newspapers, you'll always find some conflict that is ongoing, whether it be in the Middle East or maybe in Europe or some other place. उससे हम relate कर सकते हैं इसको. So guys, if you want the PDF of this, just WhatsApp us on this number that is flashing. And remember that if you are preparing for UGC Net English, we are starting a new batch on the 21st of October. ठीक है?